Hello, Darlens, and welcome to another character prediction tarot reading for Dragon Age the Veilguard. Unfortunately, I already recorded these, but my mic was not turned on. So I will show from the other recording the character draw and the card draw, and then repeat my assessment. Zevran's an interesting one that I hope we'll be able to encounter, especially because we're going to Antiva and there's so many crows, crow allies, crow contracts, if you're a crow companion. So I hope that we encounter Zevran, at least a little cameo, perhaps a quest giver, perhaps, for a mission, and maybe he accompanies us. Maybe, though there are world states where Zevran might be dead, but perhaps in those it can be just a random crow for that mission. And for those of us who have Zevran in our world states, Zevran, because in Dragon Age 2 I let him go free, so he could be romanced with the hero of Ferelden. Maybe he has news from the hero of Ferelden. He could have betrayed the hero of Ferelden. And especially for a Rook, for a crow Rook, it would be really interesting to encounter Zevran. And I wonder, the De La Mortes all probably know about Zevran. He probably knows about them, but what's their relationship? What's their dynamic? The Talons probably know most of the crows. The card was the Five of Pentacles reversed. It was the day of the fives. And it's interesting. It was the coins, Five of Coins, because when you have a contract, you do it for coin. And it's night. They bring night to the day. They bring death upon people. Light, so maybe something comes to light in regard to Zevran. It's a little bit cold here. So the Dragon Age Inquisition tarot deck is Mahanan Lavellan, the male elf inquisitor. The card represents overcoming troubles. So perhaps there's something going on. Zevran is in trouble or is encountering troubles, and Rook helps him. Less inhibition, not that Zevran was inhibited too much, but the crows have all these rules and regulations and limitations for relationships and for, their policies and this and that. And so less inhibitions there. He would let himself be more free, especially if he romanced the hero of Ferelden. If he romanced the relief, there would be much relief. Well, if Rook helps Zevran, there will be much relief. If the world is saved, there will be much relief. Relief could also be like relief efforts. So relief efforts towards the Antivan citizens, towards slaves, towards elves. Improvements over time. Well, if we're helping save Thedas, there will be improvements over time. And I would imagine that over the years, there would be improvements to Zevran in his fighting skills and his abilities as a crow, in his graphics, his design, improvements there. But improvements over time make sense. Courage to find opportunities. So he has to go out there, find opportunities as a crow. Maybe there's something going on he disagrees with. Courage to go and find that, to find Rook, to find allies. Fear and hopelessness. Well, the world is being turned upside down and twisted around with everything going on. So there could be fear. There could be hopelessness. But it's fear and hopelessness that ends. So Zevran might experience fear and hopelessness, and then Rook helping him, well, then that mitigates that. He okay, now I'm confident in the Veilguard and in you, and that you're going to help Antiva and the crows and the slaves and save Thedas. And so that fear and hopelessness fades. And maybe in Antiva itself, if he helps Rook, he is a part of ending the hopelessness and fear in Antiva. Honesty. Well, he could have become more honest with himself, more honest with Rook, more honest with his allies. Increased sensitivity to, he lived a lot of trauma as a crow and as a slave child, elf, trained to be a crow. So there would be a few barriers, even if he was sensitive, but there was that flirtiness, which is like a facade to hide behind certain emotions because of the trauma that he lived through. So be more sensitive towards himself, not just towards others. increase sensitivity. It would really be nice to encounter Zevran in the game. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. The crows send their regards. And I'll see you all soon, my Serenas.